name is Saquana Montague, and I'll be discussing improving patient wait time at Smith and Associates Family Dentistry. This practice is located in Durham, North Carolina. This is a dental practice. I have been in dentistry for over 20 years now. I love it, but as some changes have came about in this practice and just trying to figure out how to implement new practices within it. This office is located in Durham, North Carolina. Our contact there is Scott Merrill, he is our office manager, and this just gives the information about him. But what's happening with this practice, the issue is there has been excessive patient wait times despite them getting to the office early, despite them feeling like, hey, they're going to be seen on time. There have been extremely long wait times, and the impacts that it has decreased patient satisfaction. Of course, they're not going to be happy. They're waiting, and these wait times are 20, 30 minutes, sometimes up to an hour wait, and to the point where some people have to reschedule. They desire to reschedule. Reduce operational efficiency. If you're late like that, running behind, things like that, you can't be effective as you should be, especially running a practice. And then increased staff stress. Our staff has been so stressed because the patients are waiting. They're stressed. We're trying to keep up with the doctors, trying to keep up with the flow of everything. It's just really been a trickle-down effect. What caused this problem is at the beginning of the year, the beginning of last year, 2025, the office decided to add a new doctor. They weren't thinking about, hey, how many rooms we have. They weren't thinking about the staff. They were only thinking about production. What can we do to bring our production up? And so what they did was add a doctor. Now we've been overbooking appointments, just trying to fill the schedule. Of course, they have to pay the doctor, so guess what? They want to make sure we have patients in there. So we've been booking appointments, limit treatment rooms. We only have 7 treatment rooms. With these treatment rooms, we have to have the room to see the patient. By the time we see them, do the treatment, finish, and then we still have to clean the rooms. And by that time, it has usually ran into somebody else's appointment, which has caused us to have the patients waiting and things like that. Also, unpredictable procedure time, which means, hey, we may have you in there to do a filling or to do a crown, and we estimate that it's going to take an hour, and it's taking an hour and a half to 2 hours. So now, once again, that time is running into somebody else's time. And then inefficient schedule, just scheduling wherever. We just put people wherever, and that's just not good for the practice. As a result, every day we're backed up, every day running behind, patient stress, we're stressed. So we're just trying to long delays and negative patient experience. You just can't imagine if you've been out there waiting on time for your appointment and still have to wait. You can just imagine how they feel. Scheduling improvements. What we decided to implement was what we call a perfect day schedule. A perfect day schedule is where we already have pre-mapped blocks where this is where certain procedures can go. Now, if it's a crown, only a crown can go in that place. If it's a filling, only a filling. A limited exam, that's all that can go in that place. Say, of course, if we're within 24 hours and they haven't got a crown in that spot, they can't put something else there. So with that being said, we did have implemented that, and that kind of seems to be working so far, because this is what in these spots, this is what these doctors have told us, hey, this is how much time I need for certain procedures. So we allot them that time, and that's what they have. And once we notice that, hey, they're taking a little longer, that's when we stretch those time out. We'll start making the perfect day schedule, those blocks just a little bit longer. Structured appointments, same thing, to make sure we have these certain things in place. Buffered time, we do still add just a little bit of time for just in case, even to implement the clean. We have to clean the rooms, we have to set up the room. So all that has to be in place. Technology and training. We're implementing what we call reminder appointments, so we can get confirmations, make sure these patients are coming. Also, staff and scheduling training. We sent the staff to training. We're also just trying to make sure that they know how to schedule, make sure that the front desk understands what each procedure is so that they can schedule in the right, because it's just not enough to say, hey, we see this big slot, oh, I think this can go there. That's not enough. So what we're doing is we have extra trainings. We're having quarterly trainings to implement this so that the staff can be aware, the front desk, everybody can be on one accord, so that we're moving forward effectively with our patients. And so then we, the monitoring, so we put this on a 60 to 90 day scheduling monitoring. What we're doing is just seeing how everything is working. Are these patients confirming? Are these patients getting the appointment reminders? Is this system working for our office? So we've been looking at it over the 60, 90 days. We're identifying peak times. We're identifying where we should put different things. Every day changes, every patient changes, but we've started identifying certain times that certain slots need to go. We noticed that a lot of larger procedures, hey, let's put those in the morning. A lot of people like to get in and get out, so let's do that. And then before information, they were waiting before the implementation of this thing. They were waiting 20 to 60 minutes. Frequent delays. We were always behind in a very high number of complaints. Let's see. So it definitely has been a process in doing this. Now, after the implementation of it, we have saw that, hey, the average wait times are much shorter. We're monitoring the complaints and reviews, and we notice that everything's getting better. We notice that the wait times aren't as long. Where it was 20, 30 minutes to an hour, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and we're trying to even knock that out, because that's still, people come for a scheduled appointment. They don't want to have to wait. We're monitoring the comparison reports. We're saying, hey, let's see what's going on, how the production's going. We're just monitoring everything now, and things really seem to be working out. The patient satisfaction, the surveys has really went up a lot. And then reduced wait times by at least 30%, which is really good, being that we've only been monitoring it for this long. And in conclusion, the patient feedback we've been getting, even the patients have noticed that it's shorter wait time, and we have more positive reviews. Our staff isn't as stressed. We aren't as stressed. Hey, things are starting to run a little smoother for us, so we aren't as stressed. It's a better organization system, with the front knowing, the back knowing. We're all being on one accord with all of this. So in conclusion, our scheduling changes has been great as far as what we have implemented. The efficiency improved, patient satisfaction increased, and our solution is sustainable in the long term. This will help us. We are looking forward to what's going on. And this is actually a real story. This is kind of where we are now, and I've been watching it, and it's getting much better. Thank you for your time and your attention. Have a good day.